Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan. I am excited to do a fun project with you today, but fair warning, I was up until, I'm not kidding you, almost 4 o'clock. I think by the time I got actually into bed, it was 4 o'clock. Why? Because I was playing with the new Trucking Along bundle. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have created some fun ideas for the kit. So I'm going to show you real quick something from the kit. Now normally I don't give sneak peeks, but I think I told you 4 cards and 1 3D project. So this is one of the cards, but I also have a way, this uses parts from 2 different cards, of doing an alternative, so that if you don't like this one, you get this one. But this is the concentrated card. Good morning, Pam. Let me show you what it looks like when it comes. You're going to get the directions, which I haven't written yet, so I can't show them to you. You get an envelope, and inside the envelope is all of the things that you need to create the card. So you've got the card base. So I'm going to put this here so you guys get the idea. Get the card base. And then you've got this. Now, this you're going to need to trim down. I've got it the same size, but I left it bigger in case you want to do the alternative card, because that's the other side. So you'll trim that one down. This is for the inside of your card. I didn't forget that. I've already die cut out the 2 circles. You've got your ribbon, and I tie the bow, and I put the adhesive on the back of the bow for you. This is the piece for doing your truck, and I even did the little lemon wedge. Obviously, I'm going to teach you how to darken it up, make it look a little bit different, and you're going to get the gems, okay? The gems are going to be in a separate container with all the other gems for the cards. So that is what it looks like when you get a card from my card kit. So if you want my card kit, pre-ordering is over. Yesterday it kept, the truck bundle kept going in stock, out of stock, back in stock. I think it's out of stock again. But I do have, I think, 4 or 5 kits left I can sell. My pre-order deal is over. So now if you want it, it's $65. So let me know. Okay, so now here we go. Whew. I am starting with a piece of balmy blue that is 5.5 by 11, a piece of a designer series paper that coordinates, and it is 3 inches by 9 inches. I have pre-die cut out some backgrounds that are going to do happy birthday. This is from this awesome die set. It was so big I had to add extra magnet to mine. It's called Wanted to Say dies, and it's an awesome die set, so we're using that. I've also pre-cut out one of the labels from the awesome Stylish Shapes dies that you guys know I love those also. And we're going to be using the Quatrefoil 3D embossing folder. So that's what we're going to do. And here is the masculine version of what we're making, just so you guys know. There you go. It's a little gift card or money wallet. I thought these were fun for birthdays, for, you know, graduations, and even weddings. You could dress it up, make it a pretty wedding card. So anyway, we're going to work on that. So you're going to need your paper trimmer / scoring tool. Oh, good, Pam, I'm glad you were able to get it ordered. So that's cool. All right, so now the first thing I'm going to do is lengthwise. Hang on, I got to look at my notes so I don't totally screw this up. Although, please remember, I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning, so I could screw anything up at this point. Okay, so I am going to trim, I'm going to score this at 3.5. So there is my 3.5. Don't want to cut, I want to score. By the way, scoring blades. Scoring blades are on the online ordering, just so you know. Okay, so I've scored it there. Now I'm going to turn it this way, and oh, look at how dirty. I've got to clean this thing up. Then I'm going to score it at 5.5. Did you see that? Did you see what I just did? Oh, all right. Let me go grab another piece of cardstock. Ay, 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 you guys. That's too funny. Oh, no. Oh, that is a bummer, Pam. Okay, so I'm going to cut this at, what did I say it was cut at? 5.5, I think. Yep, 5.5. So now I'm going to cut it at 5.5. I really do want to cut it this time. Get that out of the way. And now we're going to pretend, you know what, I'm going to pull this out so that I don't screw up again. If I can get it out. There we go. All right, so again, let's do this again. I'm going to score at 1/2 inch here. Five and a half here. And then 1/2 inch. I'm going to do it this way because it just gives me a little bit more oomph. 1/2 inch that way. And then at 3.5 lengthwise. Okay, so now I have all of my scoring. So let me go over that again for you. The cardstock is 5.5 by 11. You're going to score at 1/2 inch, 5.5, and then another 1/2 inch or 10.5 inch if you're moving along. Then you're going to go sideways and you're going to score it at 3.5. Okay? So now I'm going to get all of my score lines folded. And this is so that I can see better what I'm doing. Woo, that one looks like a different length. Wonder what I did there. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. What I'm going to do is, I can see what I did. I scored this one, I think, at 3/4. Let me see. I did. So it's okay. I'm going to score this one at 3/4. And it's just going to be a little bit shorter, but it's a little bit, it's actually bigger than you need it to be. So because I did that, and I took out my trimmer, but I'm done with all my scoring, so I'm going to put my trimmer back in. There's always a way to fix things, right? At least that's my opinion. Let me see if I can get this back in. You know, I find that these things pop out when I don't want them to, and then putting them back in is another story. Come on. Okay. Hang on. How many of you still have this? Love this thing. So let's see, where is 1/2 inch? Is right there. I want 1/4 inch. So I'm just going to trim off a little bit. I'm just guessing, you guys. There. I love this thing. I loved when we had this. It was the best. And so I still use it a lot. Okay. So I just trimmed that down since I made a boo-boo here. So now I'm just going to recut this, and it's going to be hidden, so I'm not worried about this little crease line here, because the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to grab my paper snips, and at an angle I am going to cut up to this score line, the 3.5 inch score line, and then I'm going to trim carefully. You can use your trimmer, which I would have done had I have taken the time to put the blade back in. I know the blade will go back in, but it's live video, and did I mention I was up till 4 a.m.? I think I mentioned that. I'm still half asleep, you guys. Seriously. So I'm going to do that again on the other side, just a little bit of a snippy here. And then I'm cutting off here at this score line. Hi, Amy. Okay, so now I have all of my scores in. Now, some of my scores are going to look like they disappear because I'm about to go and emboss it, but I wanted to make sure that I scored it first so that I'll be ready, because the rest of these I'll be able to figure out even without it. So I'm going to take the quatrefoil and I am going to put it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I'm going to do 1/2 each time. Now, I'm going to end up putting it through sideways, but you know you don't want to do that like on a regular basis because it's not good for your spine. So normally it needs to go through where the fold is, but sometimes you have bigger projects. It happens, right? So that's why I'm doing this. And I'm going to go right to the fold line because I'm going to do both sides, and I don't want the embossing to like overlap. Does that make sense? If I did it like this, then I'd have a section when I go to do this to try to line up. That's not going to happen for me today. So I'm going to do it like that, and I'm going to run it through, and then I'm going to run it through the other side. So I will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. What's the weather like for you guys? It's really ugly and muggy here in Michigan. Definitely rainy. And it's going to be all next week too, so we need it, but I'm not a big fan of it. I will be honest about that. Hang on, having a little trouble with my thinking here. There we go. You guys, she knows. I can't even believe I'm so tired I'm having trouble doing my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. That's really funny. And yet not so much. So it's so weird to have a blank spot. Hello, I'm still here. So before I run through this second half, you can kind of see the difference, how it makes it a really nice quatrefoil. But what I did was, and I forgot to mention this, there's a line on our folders, and I'm lining up, I'm doing this so you can see, I'm lining up the bottom with that line. That way they should come out about even as far as the design goes. When I run it through again, it should, like the rows should be right. Okay, here we go again. No laughing as you hear me guys grunt on this, because I'm serious. This is the machine that stopped me last night. I was doing some embossing for like pre-embossing for some of the kits for the trucking along video, and I just my body just refused to crank. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now, whew, it's so weird to have like a blank screen, right? Very weird. All right, so now I have it all embossed the way I want it, and I'm just going to reinforce gently. I'm not using my bone folder, because if I use my bone folder, I'm going to destroy these lines. But I am going to, you can, I don't know if you guys can see them, but I can still see them. So there we go. So I'm just kind of finger pressing right now. Okay, so it's going to go like that, and then this is going to be the liner inside. But I'm going to show you a couple of tricks with this. Oh, it looks like I trimmed it a little too short, but that's okay. It'll be fine. So what I'm going to do is, there it is. This is going to be my closure, all right? So I'm going to take, and I'm going to find the center here. And I'm just going to eyeball it. And I'm going to take some tear and tape. And I'm going to put it on this side of my beautiful silver foil. And pick that off. I have a little overhang, so I'm just going to do that. And that looks about centered right there. Okay, so now I have my flap over. All right, so before I close this up and add this, I want to add some of these little mini magnets. I've showed them to you before in the past. They are from Amazon. They are teeny, teeny, tiny, but they are earth magnets, so they're very, very strong. So I'm going to pull out 2 of them, and you guys get to watch me try to get them apart here on a video. And I'm going to stab myself, and then you guys can see blood and guts at the same time. They are, you guys know earth magnets. They are just ridiculously strong. I'm trying to get it to magnetize to the scissors. Got it. Oh, look at that. It popped right back. You little stinker. There. Now I'm going to try and get another one off. It's crazy how strong these guys are. Crazy. I should have got them off before I did the video. You guys got to watch a blank screen. Now you get to watch me struggling with magnets of all things. Crazy. But you see, I have quite a few of them left because they're so tiny. Oh, am I getting it? I got it. But look at how tiny they are. They are just a little teeny, teeny, tiny. But I want to keep them away from each other for now. I'm going to put these back in my little box, but look at how many. I mean, you can see because they're so tiny, and there's rows of 4, or 4 rows, depending on how you meant to say it. You guys, thank you for putting up with me today. Oh my gosh. So now, I know that I want this flap to close, right? So let me get this to where it's going to close. All right, now it's a little bit thicker now, right? Because I've embossed it, so that's why it was a little frustrating for it to want to close. Now I don't want to just bend this over. I want to curl this. And I'm going to do that. And now I can see about where I'm going to want my magnet to be, but I want it to be on the cardstock, on the inside of the cardstock. So I'm going to put my finger inside, and I know I want a magnet right there. So I grab my pencil. Is that how I did it last time? No, I lied to you guys. Oh my gosh. I'm going to take my glue dot. Sorry. Did I mention I was up till 4 a.m.? I think I did. All right, so now I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to put it on this glue dot. Take your pick tool is on my other desk, and I am going to put it right there. Now, I don't want that to want to come off, so I am going to just grab a piece of Scotch tape, or whatever brand you're using. I know we all say Scotch, but I guess they must have been the first ones to come out with cello tape. Okay, so now that's on there. So now what I want to do, you guys, is I'm going to put this magnet in here and kind of hold it in place while I flip that over. So now I know it's in there somewhere, right? And when I fold this down, it should move the magnet, but it didn't, did it? No. How strange is that? Maybe because I've embossed it. So let's hope this works, you guys. I didn't test it out. So I think it's going to go right about there. Dang it. Oh, well. Best laid plans, right? All right, I'm going to put a pencil mark this time. Right there. I think that's about right. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab a glue dot. I feel so bad, you guys. That was just like not the way it was supposed to work. So I apologize. All right. Now I'm going to put the magnet right there. And it should now... You guys, it's not working and I don't know why. I think it might be because this is too thick. Doesn't make any sense to me. Huh. All right. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. And I'll figure something else out to close it. Oh, you guys, magnets are really cool, and I only seem to have problems with these magnets when I do live videos. When I'm just working at home, not a problem. Everything comes out easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? All right. So now this is going to be a mess. So if you get this as a gift from me, just ignore I'll try to fix this up for you. But you know what I'll do? I'll put some Velcro or something on there to make it close right. All right, but I'm not done. I'm not done, so I apologize for all that foolishness. All right, so now I'm going to take some tear and tape, and I'm going to put it on the flaps here. And I'm going to put them right on the edges. All right. Now, I know I want to put this piece in, but I want this piece, when it's in there, to go over these flaps so that when you slide things in and out, have you ever done anything and it's like it wants to catch on these edges? I don't want it to catch on these edges. Speaking of those edges, I am going to also, I forgot this step, trim those just a smidgen also. Okay. There we go. So, now I have this sealed. I feel so bad about those magnets. I can't believe they didn't work. They always work. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, and look, I flipped my hostess code. That is my hostess code for July 2023. In case you're shopping my Stampin' Up! Website at MemoryINKers.com, that's the code you want to use. M as in Michael, D as in David, 2, A as in Adam, 3, H as in Hector, Z as in Zebra, W as in Wow. Okay, so now that I've got those on, I'm going to take those and I'm just going to fold it over and line them up. So there we go. Now I have this piece, right? So I am going to glue. Here we go. Had it on the other desk. I am going to just add some glue. Now for this, you don't really have to put the glue everywhere because it's going to be on the bottom, but I'm going to anyway. You really could just do 3 sides of it. Now make sure your animals are going the way you want them to if you're using this paper. Now what I'm going to do is I'm sliding it in so that the paper goes here, if you guys can see where my nail is. It's going to go over the flap. So I'm leaning towards this outside piece to start, and then I'm just going to kind of even it up like so. And even is a very relative term in my world. So anyway, there is where you would have it if it were closed properly, but it isn't. So on top of that, I decided to do happy birthday. So I used my awesome dies for that. And for this one, there's going to be some poking I'm going to have to do in the lettering. And when you do this, you'll see that happy and birthday come out as 2 separate words. So you could do, you know, happy for you, or happy day, or happy whatever, if you wanted to use this happy, or use a different happy with the birthday. So now all I'm doing is I'm poking out all of the little pieces. They come out pretty easy. I think, is there one on the, yep, there's one here. But I use the same designer series paper as on the inside. And then you're just going to peel the backing on camera. It's always fun, right? But once you grab it, it's going to peel off pretty easy. And then you just line it up so that it goes where you want it to go. Look how cute and happy that is. That's a happy, right? That was corny. Did I mention I went to bed at 4 a.m.? I think I did. Anyway, I feel so bad that this one is not coming out like it should have. I'm very disappointed. But you guys get the idea. And I'll show you the original wallet again, which definitely I did a little bit differently. Kind of masculine-y. Oh, that didn't come out. I forgot one. Okay. So again, with the happy birthday. And the white piece is also got the double sticky transfer tape on it also, so that I could just stick it. Because I knew I was embossing this, and I didn't want, sometimes when you emboss, it doesn't want to, like pop dots and things, dimensionals are not going to, you know, they're going to want to pop off because there's too much air from the embossing in there. Okay. Now you can see that these letters, they want to wiggle, so you want to take your time. Don't just flop it down there, because there may be some letters that you need to kind of, see this D wanted to go like that because of the way I was holding it. I wanted to go like that. That would look really stupid. So we're going to adjust it till it goes where I want it to go. And just take your time and put it together. But once you do, it looks so awesome that it's really hard to look bad. I think you could even mess it up and it would be okay. So there's my happy birthday. And look how fun, there's a flower right there. Just happened to be right there. That's cool. Now I'm just going to take the back off of this. And of course you're going to want to maybe add some, you know, gemstones or something to this when you are done. Okay, come off the Y without tearing. Thank you. There we go. So now you're going to close this, see where your little thingy's going to go, and then just put down your happy birthday. So now you have a really fun happy birthday wallet. You can do what I did with this one, and you can create a flap to close it. So this one opens like this, okay? And then this one has the flap. Now for this, I use the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's also around the edges and on the little flap thing here too. This is cut out with the stylish shapes, this little hole. These are our white square brads that I colored with blends to make them dark. The other thing I want to say is the Stitch So Sweetly does not cut out. So after I stitched this, I hand cut it, if that makes sense. And then you've got the flap and the inside. So, and everything is stitchy. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this one, is I'm going to make some kind of a flap to hold that down. It'll be better. So, all right. There you go, you guys. That is my Saturday sip, such as it was today. Crazy, crazy day. Just as a reminder, I have a few of the Trucking Along bundles still available, $65. Let me know if you're interested, because they're going to come, first purchased, and then they're gone. If I run out and you've sent me money, I'll refund it. Don't worry about that. But yeah, until this comes back in stock, I may be the only game in town. I doubt it. But anyway, didn't want to forget to tell you about that. So let me know if you have any questions. All right, you guys, have a blessed and wonderful weekend. Thank you, Pam, you as well. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.